Well, I worked Houston, I worked Corpus Christi, every little town in Longview, man, you name it, I've been there. Really, I've been all over Texas.
For 49 years, Elvis Presley's private vault at Graceland remained sealed, guarded, and shrouded in mystery. No one knew what was hidden inside, until now.
Elvis didn't purchase Graceland until 1957. This is where Elvis Presley called home. Today, it is visited by over 600,000 people annually. 18 million people have walked through that same front door Elvis Presley did.
When the vault was finally opened, what they found wasn't just memorabilia. It was something far more personal, something that could change everything we thought we knew about the king. Was Elvis hiding secrets even after death? The truth inside will leave you speechless. The day the music stopped. The morning of August 16, 1977, began like any other at Graceland. The king of rock and roll was preparing for another tour that would take him across America. His plane was scheduled to depart that night, and fans were already gathering, hoping to catch a glimpse of him before he left. But by the afternoon, the home that had once echoed with music fell silent. That day, Elvis Presley was found unconscious in the bathroom of his beloved mansion. Panic filled the house as his fiancée, Ginger Alden, called for help. His father, Vernon Presley, and close friends rushed in, desperate to revive him. Within minutes, an ambulance was speeding through the gates of Graceland. Doctors at Baptist Memorial Hospital worked to save him, but it was too late. Elvis Presley, the man who had changed the face of music, was gone. He was just 42 years old. The official cause of death was heart failure, which doctors linked to years of prescription medicine use. When the news broke, shock waves spread across the world. Radio stations played his songs in mourning, and fans flooded the streets outside Graceland. Some fainted from grief, while others wept openly. The man whose voice had once filled stadiums had left behind an unfilled silence. But even in death, Elvis could not escape the spotlight. Within days, rumors began to swirl. Some believed he had not died at all, but had faked his death to escape the pressure of fame. Theories spread like wildfire. Witnesses claimed to have seen a man resembling Elvis boarding a plane at Memphis Airport under the name John Burroughs, an alias the singer had used in the past. Others said he had been spotted at gas stations, diners, or even in faraway towns, living quietly under a new identity. Books and songs fed the speculation. One mysterious performer named Orion wore a mask and sang in a voice strikingly similar to Elvis. His music told the story of a star who had faked his death to start again. Fans could not help but wonder if the king was sending them hidden messages through those lyrics. As time passed, the mystery deepened. Some claimed Elvis had built tunnels beneath Graceland, secret escape routes that connected to hidden chambers. Investigations never proved their existence, but the rumors only added to the aura of mystery that surrounded his death. The vault beneath Graceland became even more heavily guarded, its contents sealed as if to protect secrets too powerful to reveal. In the years that followed, the Presley family kept a tighter hold over the vault than ever before. It became more than a storage room. It was a sanctuary of truth and memory. But what deeper secrets could it possibly conceal? Let's tell you surprising details. The house that held Elvis's heart. When people think of Elvis Presley, they picture the bright lights, the roaring fans, and the king of rock and roll standing on stage. But behind all the fame and glitter, Elvis longed for something far more ordinary: peace. That peace came in the form of a quiet mansion on the outskirts of Memphis, Tennessee. Graceland, a beautiful colonial revival-style home, was built in 1939. It sat gracefully on 13.8 acres of rolling green land, surrounded by trees that whispered with the southern breeze. The house originally belonged to a family named Toff, but in 1957, a 22-year-old Elvis Presley fell in love with it. He bought it for around $2,500, a fortune back then, and soon began turning it into a reflection of his soul. Over the years, he spent more than $500,000 on renovations, making the estate his dream haven. The details of Graceland told the story of a man who lived big but cared deeply about the small things. The pink Alabama fieldstone wall that bordered the grounds was soft yet strong, just like the man who lived within it. The front gate became iconic, shaped like a sheet of music with mirrored silhouettes of Elvis holding his guitar. Inside the gates stood a charming kidney-shaped pool that sparkled in the Memphis sun, a place where laughter once echoed between family and friends. Elvis didn't buy Graceland to impress anyone. He wanted a home where he could rest his heart. He redesigned rooms with warm colors, soft couches, and cozy corners where he could think, write, and dream. He installed sound systems all through the house so music could fill every space. The famous jungle room with its green shag carpet, wooden animal-carved chairs, and tropical plants became one of the most beloved rooms in Graceland. It was wild and playful, just like Elvis's spirit. Later, he even recorded songs there, letting his voice bounce off those soft green walls. He added another deeply personal touch, which was the meditation garden. It was a quiet place where Elvis could sit, reflect, and escape the chaos of fame. After his death, the garden became his final resting place, along with his parents and grandmother. Today, fans leave flowers there, whispering words of love to the man whose music changed the world. After Elvis passed, Graceland became both a treasure and a challenge. His family struggled to maintain it until 1982, when they opened it to the public as a museum. It quickly became one of the most visited homes in America. Even today, only about 10% of Elvis's belongings are displayed. The rest remain carefully stored, hidden from the public eye. Graceland's rooms tell stories of love, laughter, and legacy. But behind the velvet ropes and locked doors, secrets still sleep. Secrets that have waited decades to be revealed. Who is protecting those secrets? Let's find out. The guardian of the king's legacy. Every legend needs someone to protect their story. And for Elvis Presley, that guardian is Angie Marchese. Her journey with Graceland began when she was just a teenager looking for a summer job. She joined as a tour guide, leading curious visitors through the home of the king of rock and roll. What began as a simple job soon became her life's passion. Over the years, Angie worked her way up to become the head of Graceland's archival department, responsible for preserving Elvis's legacy for generations to come. Angie is more than a curator. She is the keeper of Elvis's memories. She oversees the cataloging, conservation, and research of millions of artifacts. From Elvis's dazzling jumpsuits and handwritten letters to his contracts, photographs, and personal belongings, every single item tells a piece of his story. Angie treats them all with the same gentle care one might give to sacred relics. During special Inside the Archives tours, she has guided viewers through parts of Graceland that few have ever seen. Her calm voice and deep respect for every detail make these tours feel like stepping into Elvis's world. The Graceland archives are massive, containing everything from gold records to scribbled notes on napkins. Some items are stored in specially designed vaults to protect them from light, moisture, and time. Because of limited space and the need to control temperature and humidity, only a small portion of the collection can ever be displayed at once. Most of it remains carefully locked away, safe from harm. Oversized items like stage props or large costumes are stored in separate rooms designed just for them. But the archive is not just a collection of old things. It is a living, breathing connection to Elvis himself. Angie often says that even the smallest item can carry deep meaning. A worn wallet, a faded photo, or a handwritten grocery list can reveal something new about the man behind the legend. Each object connects to a specific moment in his life, building a fuller picture of who Elvis really was. These archives have also been the foundation for major projects like the HBO documentary Elvis Presley, The Searcher, which used rare footage and recordings from Angie's collection. Through her careful hands, Elvis's voice continues to echo across time. But if the archive holds so many treasures, what could possibly lie beyond its known walls in those hidden vaults that even Angie herself could not touch for decades? inside Elvis's most mysterious rooms. Graceland is known for its colorful rooms, shining chandeliers, and famous decor, but the most intriguing part of the mansion is the one no tourist has ever seen. Upstairs at Graceland remains frozen in time, exactly as it was when Elvis Presley took his final breath in August 1977. His bedroom, closet, and bathroom have all been carefully sealed for nearly 5 decades. Only a few people, mostly close family members and a handful of trusted staff, have ever been allowed beyond the staircase. Lisa Marie Presley once said that her memories of those rooms were crystal clear, almost as if time had stopped there. She described them as warm, lived-in spaces that carried her father's energy. His clothes still hung neatly in the closet, his books rested by the bedside, and his favorite chair sat where he had last left it. To Lisa, it was not a museum, but a living space filled with his spirit. The upstairs area has become something of a time capsule, preserved with deep respect by the Presley family. It is Elvis's most private world, untouched and silent, holding stories that no one else may ever fully know. Downstairs, however, life once moved with laughter and excitement. The basement of Graceland was Elvis's private playground. His friends nicknamed it the Chaos Room because of the noise, fun, and endless games that filled its walls. There was a billiards table, loud music, and constant chatter as Elvis and his close friends relaxed away from the public eye. Lisa Marie loved spending time there too. She once shared stories of running through the basement halls, laughing and playing hide-and-seek. It was the one place in Graceland where rules did not matter. Some say the mansion held more secrets than met the eye. Behind certain rooms were hidden staircases and doors. One passage reportedly connected the first floor directly to Elvis's bedroom, while another led down to the kitchen. Over time, whispers began to spread about tunnels under the mansion. Some believed Elvis built them to escape fans or the media, but his cousin Billy Smith denied that any underground tunnels existed. Beneath those familiar rooms lies a chamber that has never been opened to the public, a vault so secret that even maps leave it blank. Let's tell you what was its purpose and what could possibly be hidden inside. The hidden vault beneath Graceland. For decades, fans whispered about a hidden chamber buried deep below the mansion, a place where Elvis Presley's most valuable treasures were locked away. Its existence was only known to a small circle of insiders who worked closely with the Presley family, and even among them, access was extremely rare. The world caught a glimpse of this mystery in 2010 when Oprah Winfrey visited Graceland for a private tour. During her visit, she was granted permission to step inside the vault, but as soon as she approached its door, the cameras went dark. No one was allowed to film or photograph what was behind it. The secrecy surrounding that moment only made the legend of the vault grow stronger. Fans realized that while 10% of Elvis's collection was displayed throughout Graceland, the remaining 90%, his most personal and priceless items, were hidden away behind those heavy doors. The vault is said to be more than just a storage room. Reports suggest it was built to endure anything. It can withstand fire, floods, and even earthquakes, making it one of the safest spaces on the entire estate. Though blueprints have never been made public, people who have been inside describe it as a fortress. It is climate-controlled, monitored around the clock, and protected with multiple layers of security. Access is granted only to authorized staff who handle each artifact with gloves and strict care. Some say the vault connects to underground corridors, but no official plans have ever been released to confirm this. What lies inside the vault is a world frozen in time. Shelves are filled with Elvis's famous rhinestone-studded jumpsuits, each carefully folded and wrapped in protective fabric. There are boxes of his handwritten letters, signed checks, photographs, and notebooks that give glimpses into his private thoughts. Some of the items are deeply spiritual, like crosses, prayer books, and small personal mementos that reveal his belief in faith and destiny. Each object holds a story, each one a piece of the man behind the legend. The vault is more than a collection. It is a secret museum, a time capsule of Elvis Presley's life, sealed beneath his beloved home. But when the king died suddenly in 1977, this vault took on a deeper meaning. it became more than a place for preservation. It became the keeper of a mystery that would forever change how the world saw Elvis Presley. The secret room that keeps the Presley family together. Behind the closed doors of Graceland, there is a place known only to the Presley family, a quiet, hidden vault that holds the heart of their memories. For Lisa Marie Presley, this secret room was more than just a storage space. It was her personal sanctuary. Surrounded by her father's letters, jewelry, and handwritten notes, she felt close to him in a way that no crowd of fans ever could. The vault became her refuge, a sacred space where she could sit in silence and feel her father's presence echo through the walls of their family home. Lisa often described Graceland as a living spirit rather than a museum. She said that even decades after Elvis's death, it still felt like he was there, watching over his family. For her children, the vault became a bridge to the grandfather they never got to meet. They would hear stories of Elvis's laughter, his kindness, and his deep love for family. Inside that room, surrounded by the treasures he once touched, it was as if time stood still, connecting the past to the present in the most intimate way. Elvis's love story with Priscilla Presley was another chapter of that family bond. They met in Germany when Elvis was serving in the U.S. Army, and Priscilla was only a teenager. Despite their age difference and the distance between them, their connection was instant and deep. Years later, Priscilla moved to the United States, and the couple married in 1967 in a beautiful Las Vegas ceremony. Just 9 months later, they welcomed their only child, Lisa Marie Presley, the light of their lives. Though their marriage ended in 1973, Elvis and Priscilla remained close friends and co-parents. Their love never truly faded. After Elvis's death, Priscilla took on the responsibility of protecting his legacy and ensuring that Graceland remained both a home and a monument to his memory. Lisa Marie carried that same devotion, keeping many of his personal belongings hidden from public view so they would remain a private part of the family's story. The vault's secrecy became even more important after several attempts were made to exploit Elvis's legacy. In 2024, a Missouri woman named Lisa Jeanine Findley was charged with trying to fraudulently claim ownership of Graceland through forged legal documents. The Presley family fought back and protected their estate, proving how fiercely they guard both their heritage and Elvis's memory. And while the vault protects their history, one question still captures everyone's imagination. How much is Elvis's legacy truly worth today? And how far does his influence continue to reach in the modern world? Elvis's net worth and legacy. At the time of his death, Elvis's net worth was estimated to be around $5 million. It was a modest amount compared to the vast fortune he would generate after his passing. Much of his money had been spent on maintaining Graceland, supporting family and friends, and funding his lavish lifestyle. Yet what Elvis truly left behind was something far more valuable than money. He left a legacy that would never fade. After his death, Graceland faced financial struggles. The upkeep of the mansion and staff cost thousands of dollars each month, and the estate was at risk of being sold. But in 1982, Priscilla Presley made a bold decision that changed everything. She opened Graceland to the public. The move transformed the family home into one of the most visited tourist attractions in the United States. Within just a few months, Graceland's tours generated enough money to not only save the estate, but turn it into a thriving business. Today, Graceland attracts more than 650,000 visitors every year, making it second only to the White House in the number of visitors to a private home. The revenue from ticket sales, merchandise, and licensing deals turned Elvis Presley Enterprises into a multi-million-dollar empire. As of recent estimates, the Presley estate is worth over $400 million, and Elvis continues to rank among the highest-earning deceased celebrities each year, according to Forbes. Elvis's influence reaches far beyond money. His impact on music, style, and culture is timeless. He bridged the gap between genres, blending country, rhythm and blues, and gospel into a new sound that defined an entire generation. He broke racial and social barriers, brought new energy to performance, and inspired countless artists who came after him, from the Beatles to modern-day performers. His moves, his voice, and his charisma reshaped the world of entertainment forever. What do you think truly keeps the spirit of Elvis Presley alive? His music, his mystery, or the timeless love of his fans? Share in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.